Bobby and Sid in the morning. Enable and open 77 WABC.
Sing it, Scotty.
On the walls of Tokyo.
There he is.
This is Bo's music.
Bo Dietl in the house, back on the Bernie and Sid show with Scott Stanford in for Sid Rosenberg.
Looks hot out there, Bo.
Hey, Bo, you know,
It's
Scott.
not hot. It's raining like...
Oh, it's raining?
Raining. It's thunder and
It's,
lightning,
like-
rain.
it's
The whole
like-
city's underwater.
Like a monsoon out there.
Yeah, look at me. I'm
He is
so
so.
contagious.
Look at him. He looks
That's
good,
not
though.
It reminds you
Still
of
looks
Nam,
good.
right?
What?
Reminds you of Nam.
No, it reminds me of the South Bronx in 1977 during the blackout.
It didn't rain that night.
That was kind of like Nam.
Not only do you look good, but you smell good. What are you wearing today?
I have a heart on it. I know you could smell it.
Nice.
Bo, do you know Scott Stanford?
Scott,
We've
how
met
you
a few
doing?
times.
Yeah.
Bro, from Pigs.
What's
Come
up,
on, man?
There you go. So Bo Dietl's in the house, and yeah, you do. You look good. You're fired up, and always Natalie dressed. That's a given.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit of a dilemma here. My really good drinking buddy for many, many years, my man Steve Dunleavy, took the pipe.
He did.
Steve Dunleavy was the consummate New York reporter. We used to hang out at the lanes, fist fights and stuff like that. And he was one great guy, Steve Dunleavy. Remember my friend Colucci? He used to run the Post?
Of course.
That was when the Post was the Post. They've cock-blocked me. You know what that
I know,
means?
they're screwing Bo.
Yeah, the Murdochs have some sort of a problem with me. I don't know what the problem is. And I've asked to talk to Mr. Murdoch or his sons. Hey, I like the Post. I love the New York Post. I don't understand what this blockadation is. Because I ran for mayor. You don't want to know something? I ran for mayor because I love this city. And we see where we're going with this city. Next stop is very important. Anybody listening out there, you're hurrying to work. You didn't vote yet. You live in Queens County. Please go home and vote tonight. This guy Lasak, you got to vote for.
That's right.
If you put this other psychopath Ocasio's friend in there who has no clue.
Tiffany Caban, she's a legal aid lawyer.
There'll be no people in jail.
Nobody.
You'll be getting robbed on your trains.
That's right.
And they're going to be released. I just looked at this morning. One guy got arrested 60 times. He's ready for Social Security. They let him out of jail. He goes out and robs. They let him out of jail. They let him. He robs. What do you want New York to turn in? That will be the apocalypse of Queens County if this woman gets elected over Lasak. Lasak's a former judge. He's a former DA. He's a law and order guy. And you know what the law and order is for? For all the people in New York, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever you are, you need to be protected. When you take those trains, you don't want some scumbags on that train robbing you, urinating on your head, or exposing themselves. And people have to stand up. We got to make the division in this city. We want to be protected. Our kids, we don't want crime around us. And if you start electing these idiots, including Ocasio, with a whole tribe of morons, this is what we're going to get.
It's lunatics running the asylum. It's if he loses and De Blasio continues on his way, let's say Trump lose, it's time to get out of New York.
Well,
what the state legislature did the last week. Driver's license for illegals, the whole new climate change bill they passed, cash bail starting on January 1st.
Where are we really going with this? What is the future like for your kids and my grandchildren?
Not good, Bo.
You don't want to know something? We're just going in the wrong direction. And I tell you what, you hit the nail on the head. As much as I love our president, I do love President Trump. I was with him about a month ago down in Florida. He's got to really think about Haley. Haley is the class of the race. She's one of the smartest ladies.
No doubt.
She's of Indian descent. She's got it all. And then right away, the liberal Democrats, we don't need a woman. Yeah, you wanted Hillary, that criminal
bingo.
with a husband,
Bingo.
as your first president, but you don't want a woman that's smart,
sexist.
conservative, and cares about family values and cares about the crime issues in this country. That's what you really need. And I'll call out to my president, you know what? Haley would be a great ticket.
No offense to Mike Pence.
No.
But look, we got to win this thing, and he's a nice
got
guy.
about as much personality as that microphone.
Right, exactly.
We need charisma. We need somebody that, if something, God forbid, happens to our president, can step into that office and run this run this country. And she's the one.
And can take the baton in 2024 if necessary.
Wow, I tell you what, this would be the greatest thing for this country to have her as vice president, and that could be our first woman president. She's got all the credentials, and you know, anybody that knocks her is got some sort of a mental deficiency because they're jealous of her, because of her values. You know what? What's wrong with loving family? What's wrong with trying to clear up this country and know what's coming in, who's going out? What's wrong with getting our values back to where they used to be? You know what? Look, like I said, Gay Pride Day was Sunday. I was in the city, and you want to know something? It's a great country to let people do what they want to do. Yeah, I was just a little taken back. A couple of the guys were out there completely, and they're bending over, spreading their cheeks on their butts. I swear to God.
Isn't that Sunday coming up, the parade?
No, it was this. They had something this Sunday, and I marched 2 years ago when I was running for mayor. But this time I had my niece over there, Margot's daughter. She young girl comes from Reno, and all these guys bent down, spreading their cheeks. I mean,
for some reason they feel
and that was just Sid.
No, but I mean, it gets to a point where, look, you know, I don't mind you doing whatever you want to do, but please, there are children out there that don't have to be viewing this.
No,
and again, I respect every gay, every person out there, your rights, but you don't.
If you're gay, you got a friend in Bo Dietl.
No, I really mean it. I was so offended. I don't get offended by nothing. And we're walking down the street. It was lively. They were having fun. I was remember I marched in the parade with a pink jacket on 2 years ago when I ran for mayor.
Very proud.
I'm very supportive of gay rights.
Me too.
But in reality, you know, there has to be a line drawn where when you're going to bend over and spread your butt cheek, I mean, where are we going next? Where do we go next?
That is inappropriate.
And anybody that stands up for that needs to have some mental dilapidation of their brain.
It's a little bit
because children shouldn't have to view this disgusting crap.
So, Bo, this Jussie Smollett guy, they released the videotape.
They're coming home to roost. What's that called?
It's amazing.
What's that called when they come home to roost?
Coming home to roost.
The chickens.
The chickens are coming home. Now they're going to call me up and say that I'm a racist, but the chickens are coming home to roost.
Well, no, that's what Reverend Wright said.
Right, is an expression. I'll take it from Reverend Wright. The chickens are coming home to roost. Now he's walking around with his hangman sting on. Can I take it off now? That was one. Then the other one was
he had the noose around his
neck. And then the brothers
right?
got into the car with their little hoodies looking. Man, I hope they prosecute him. And all these people that jumped ugly, man. I want to see how many jump up and apologize. All these actors, all this. He's already destroyed. I used to like Empire. I thought it was a great TV series.
Yeah, it was funny.
And I liked the music and all that. But you know what? He destroyed Empire.
And he
destroyed everything.
He destroyed that Kim Fox's career. I mean, she bent over backwards for this idiot. And now
I don't
she's
know about that bent over backwards.
Well, whatever. She actually just ruined her own career by getting involved, and now she's under the microscope because of what she did. She acted very inappropriate.
Where is Psychopath?
Psychopath Sid Rosenberg is in London.
He's got to be getting paid big
he's with
money.
The Queen.
No, he's with the family. He's doing something with his son and his son's condition.
Right, because I figured there had to be promotion that he had to get paid big
Bo,
money.
When is The Irishman coming out? That's what
The Irishman's coming out in the fall. We have my co-stars, Al Pacino. You have Robert De Niro. You got Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Bobby Cannavale, Bo Dietl. This is going to be the movie. And I went to see the other movie I told you about, Rolling Thunder, that Marty Scorsese put together about Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I never was a Bob Dylan fan. I tell you what, he did something in that movie. There's some fact and fiction in there. Only Martin Scorsese could do the great film director.
Anyway, okay, this for Bo Dietl, listen, the OGNetworkPodcast.com. I know you got an interview with who? You talk about arresting Jimmy Burke or something like that?
Yeah, that was great. But boy, I heard that.
Well, you know what? Growing up with Goodfellas, I touched upon that, and I ended up locking him up on 2 murders. That Henry Hill, they were cold case. We got drunk on the plane from Allenwood back to New York. Jimmy Burke was a good guy.
This is the guy Robert De Niro.
So he killed about 19 people.
Yeah. De Niro played him in Goodfellas.
Yeah, nothing personal.
No, it was a business.
It was all business. You want to be in that business?
Hey, Bo.
You insulted him a little bit.
A little bit. You looking at me? A little bit.
We'll check you out at OG Podcast
Hold
Network.
on, one more thing.
Go ahead.
One line in the Irishman that I tell De Niro. There's only one effing reason you're here. Nobody knows who you are. When we get finished with these union guys, you get your back to Philly.
That's
and
great.
I'm telling him, look at me.
I can't wait. The Irishman. Bo Dietl, we love you on the Bernie and Sid Show with Scott Stanford. We're coming right back.
Bernie and Sid in the morning. Talk Radio 77 WABC. Bernie and Sid in the morning.
Bernard McGurk and Sid Rosenberg.
Sleep with one eye open.
Life, sports, politics, mischief.
Boy.
Hi, this is Ann Coulter.
Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri.
Hey, this is Daryl Strawberry.
Live, local, on it. 77 WABC.
Hi, I'm Ralph Macchio, and you're listening to Bernie and Sid in the morning.
Back on the Bernie and Sid show. Sitting in for Sid Rosenberg. We'll be back tomorrow is my buddy Scott Stanford.
Hey, everybody.
Scotty. Hey, and still in the studio with us right now. This is called the One More Thing segment.
Yeah.
With Bo Dietl.
Bo Dietl overtime.
The great Bo Dietl overtime. I like that as well.
There you go.
Well, there was an issue. I just was a little pronunciated that I didn't bring it up.
Yes, and it's a very important one.
Well, I was a Fox News contributor for 12 years. The problem, I running for mayor. All of a sudden, there was some issues there with with what happened with Roger Ailes that used to run Fox. Because I was a private investigator, all the allegations came out that I did all kinds of dirty tricks. I did this. Andrea Tarantino's made allegations. I bugged her phones.
Andrea Tanteros.
Yeah, and whatever her name is, her phones and her computers.
Yeah.
They threw the case out, and even the judge admonished her, how could you make statements about someone without any evidence? One, I have never, ever worked for Roger Ailes other than being a contributor. My firm was hired by a law firm, Becca Epstein, to investigate 3 cases for Fox News. We were directed by the attorneys from Becca Epstein. At no point did I follow anybody. Then this punk, and I'll say it on the air, nobody should watch this new Showtime show. It's called The Loudest Voice in the House or whatever,
right,
about Roger Ailes.
It's a hit job.
He's a damn liar, and I'll tell him to his face. Gabriel Sherman made a statement when I was running for mayor that I followed him and his ugly wife around. I have never followed him nor his wife around for Roger Ailes or anyone else. He's a damn liar. And if he can lie about me, he can lie about that program. Also, statements were made in that program that I was following for Roger Ailes against Mr. Murdoch's ex-wife. That's a damn lie. I never worked for Roger Ailes other than working as a contributor. My firm has been in business for 34 years. And there's a reason why I'm in business 34 years at Bo Dietl Associates, because we have integrity. We bring the truth up there, and that's it. If I did follow this punk, Gabriel Sherman and his wife, I don't really care, but I never did. And the allegations he puts in that movie about me, he's a damn liar. He puts in there...
It's all based on his book, by the way.
His book, and people should not watch Showtime. He's a damn liar, and I challenge you, Gabriel Sherman, to prove that I ever followed you or your wife. I never did. I never worked for Roger Ailes. There's not one check of anything coming to me. All I did was be a contributor, and my firm was hired. The same as if you get arrested for or you get allegation against you for a major corporation, we're hired to investigate. That's my business, Gabriel Sherman. You're a damn liar. You didn't like Roger Ailes. God rest Roger Ailes, so you couldn't shine his ball bag.
No, listen, Roger Ailes maybe had a dark side, but he was a brilliant political strategist, and what he did coming up with Fox News was nothing short of genius to level the playing field in this country politically.
And I like to find out, they banned me from the New York Post, Murdoch's paper. They banned me from Fox News. I was talking to Sean Hannity yesterday. No one understands. I ask for is an opportunity to speak with the Murdochs or the powers to be over there. Tell me, what did I do wrong? I did nothing wrong other than being a contributor for 12 years and running for mayor of New York City. All these allegations are involved with this guy Gabriel Sherman's book, which was against Fox. I'd like to go and file a suit against Gabriel Sherman, and I'll support Fox because he's a damn liar. And if he can lie about Bo Dietl, he can lie about a lot of issues in that movie.
Fake news, Bo. One more thing. They brought up at the BET Awards the other night, they actually brought up on stage to a standing ovation the Central Park Five.
Right, the Central Park Five. These were what they called it was wilding. We're not saying that they raped the woman. They never raped them.
No.
That little Ray is the one that raped them. But they were out there robbing people. At least 6 people they robbed, knocked them off bikes, hit a guy with a lead pipe. Now they want to give him an award?
How could they not know that, though? I mean,
they do. They don't want to hear it. These are heroes now. They got $8 million each for wilding in the park. Oh. You don't remember Central Park back in '89. You couldn't go in there after dark. And now they're heroes? This is where the direction that we're going. And I challenge them. I talked to my dear dear friend who just passed away, Mike Sheehan, who was one of the detectives.
That's right.
They had them dead to right on Wilding and there robbing people that night. So
there's no question
they
about
didn't
it.
rape the girl. But
No.
they certainly were there, and they were sexually abusing, and they robbed her. And you want to know something? The evidence, and I challenged them. I challenged the Manhattan DA's office. Get the DNA and see if there's any of those 5 people's DNA on any of that evidence. I'll give them $5,000 each if there's no DNA of these 5 guys.
Yeah.
It's on there. They got evidence with their DNA.
To make them out to be heroes now, I mean, it's
What
just
they should make? What they should
absolutely-
run for mayor of New York? Replace the commie.
It's psychotic lunacy on display. I mean, the fact is, yes, they hurt people. Actually, hurt people. They admitted as much, and they hurt that woman too. They were in that spot. They assaulted her. And that guy, Mateus Reyes, he's the one who raped her. They were unjustly charged with rape. That is true.
Right.
But they weren't angels. They're not heroes.
No.
That's the bottom line.
And again, the toilet bowl name of the night is Gabriel Sherman, the liar. And Gabriel, I hope you're listening. Come sue me, punk.
Very good. Bo Dietl on the Bernie and Sid show with Scott Stanford. Fired up.
I'm just taking it all in.
Ready to kick some hiney. Yo, listen.
I wouldn't mess with Bo.
Look, nobody would. Bo Dietl's the real deal. And, I mean, look, you're going to tell a lie about Bo, he's going to get even with you. And he should. Look, what he did.
I did it.
He is. He's been in business for a long time.
34 years in my kind of business. You try to be in business for 34 years.
Can't happen. No. I mean, not for most people anyway.
Love you guys.
Bo, thanks,
all the
buddy.
love, Big Bo. I'm glad you got it off your chest.
I can't wait to see the new movies and that's coming out. The Irishman.
The Irishman.
Yeah.
I am psyched for
He was
that.
telling me about it. It sounds pretty cool. He said it's going to be the next Goodfellas, that movie.